is the future.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Sigvaldo Green here and welcome to the entire roster review. If you are unaware of what this is, you are going to submit your rosters in my Discord server and I'm going to take a look at them and give you advice on what to focus on and what teams to use. There will be a link in the description to my Discord server and there's a section called Fix My Roster and that's where you'll submit them, and when I make a video I'm going to do the most recent submitted ones. So, the rules of this are I'm going to review 5 rosters per video, plus 1 additional for every 10 comments on this video, and next video will appear as soon as this hits 150 likes. So let's get it going faster, guys. So, with all that being said, subscribe if you enjoy the content and let's get into it. Okay, so this one is from Alfred Rice, and you've got yourself over here an Arkham Knight Batman that you got early. Looks like you got it before the update because now it drops at 3 stars. Lucky you got it at 4 stars. You also got a 4-star Silver Banshee, a Camouflage Aquaman. That's pretty good, and you seem to be doing decently in the arena seasons. I say decently because you're getting the characters at 3 stars. That means that you're placed anywhere between Elite 1 and Elite 4. It's good that you're getting the characters at least. Elite 1 is a safe place to be, but you should do your best to push a little bit harder to get yourself at the very least Elite 4. In terms of the characters you have, you are missing something, and that's a Power Girl, and you should get that from the League store. Forget about Camouflage Aquaman, you'll get him to 6 stars after you get Power Girl to 4 stars. Because Power Girl is going to be a power reduction character, and you seem to really need a power reduction character because both Silver Banshee and Camouflage Aquaman are going to require a power reduction character to function properly. Other than that, you can't yet build a Just League team because you don't have Just League Cyborg yet. Neither do you have Just League Flash. You have Multiverse the Flash, but you don't have Multiverse Armored Supergirl, so Multiverse team is also out of the question. You get yourself a Camouflage Aquaman and the Silver Banshee, and that's great. That is the main focus that your account should be at right now. Stop focusing on your Arkham Knight Batman because he's only going to be useful in Arena and Champions Arena for the most part. He's going to be also useful in Raids and Soul Raids once you get yourself a Heartbreak Harley Quinn with gears and then Entangling Poison Ivy with gears. But on one hand, we both know that that's a faraway goal, and on the other hand, even using that team, he will not need to be very upgraded. So drop investing into Arkham Knight Batman for the time being. What you should be putting your resources in right now is going to be Camouflage Aquaman and Silver Banshee. You also have the option of investing into Black Adam, but I would advise not to, because Black Adam kind of needs as well a power reduction character. You could play him without one, but since you got Silver Banshee is a little bit of a better version of him, in raids at the very least. So yeah. For now, the only two teams that you'll invest are going to be Camouflage Aquaman team and Silver Banshee team. Your priority should be Camouflage Aquaman first of all, because the Silver Banshee team is a little bit harder to set up. In theory, you'll need a Reverse the Flash or Predator Batman to be a combo builder. You don't have the Reverse Flash yet, and that's okay. That's not the priority for your account right now. You do have a Predator Batman, but your Predator Batman, I don't think he has gears. I think that's the picture of a Predator Batman without gears. Like, it's a very good thing that you have him. He does not have gears. In theory, you could play him without gears and pull it off, but you need perfect gameplay. And that might not work out so well. So for now, because of the fact that you don't yet have 2 power reduction characters, you don't yet have a proper combo builder for Silver Banshee, still use Silver Banshee, don't get me wrong, she's a great character, but right now your main focus should be Camouflage Aquaman. You'll pair him up with Dr. Fate because he's your only power reduction character, and something like a combo builder since you are lacking anything else. But if you're fighting the sub-bosses, you can also use Classic Superman instead of that other thing, and use his special 2 or 3 times to reduce the defense of the sub-boss that you are fighting. But for the most part, your team for Camouflage Aquaman is going to be Armored Superman, Camouflage Aquaman, and Dr. Fate. Other than that, I guess you could use Silver Banshee in the same team with Emerald Green Lantern to kind of compensate with his passive a little bit for the lack of power reduction that you have. And another combo builder character, I guess, though I don't really... I guess you could use John Stewart Green Lantern as kind of a combo builder for now, because he's your kind of highest threat character that could be in theory capable of that. that team is not going to run optimally, but you have to use every advantage that you have for yourself. In terms of Arkham Knight Batman, you don't really have much of a use for him in raids and soul raids. Definitely use him since regarding his threat, he's most likely going to deal a lot of damage anyway, but his peak performance is too low to really invest in, but you should definitely still use him. Put him in whatever team, you will not really have a problem. Try to put supportive characters that kind of give him a passive bonus. But yeah, for now, the easy choice is going to be investing in your Human Flying Aquaman paired up with Armored Superman and Dr. Fate. Only invest in Human Flying Aquaman, don't bother about the other two. And once you get Power Girl, you can actually kind of use Power Girl as a combo builder for Silver Banshee. It's not going to be as good as Reverse the Flash, but it's going to be a solution for the time being. So with all that being said, there's no other characters that you should focus on for now. Hope you found this helpful and thank you for submitting. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, now we got one from BabaYaG95, and this account reminds me of something. It reminds me of my older accounts that I didn't really focus on properly, and I only played on from time to time, and it's pretty much going to be all over the place. But that's fine, we can still fix it. So, I guess you've had this account for a long time, but you were never into the game that much, and you just tried to get whatever character you could get your hands on, and you worked on whatever character you thought would kind of look nice and you would enjoy playing. And there's nothing wrong with that, but let's try and draw the lines for some specific teams that you can use. First up, you got that very high threat Darkseid. I suppose you have built him as a damage dealer, and that's not a very good thing. That's not something you should focus on first. And if you have built him as a tank, it's good that you have built him as a tank, because that's kind of the proper build to go for. The damage dealing build is more for the fun factor, but at the same time, if you built him as a tank, yet again, that shouldn't have been a priority. I see that you're focusing a little bit on your League of Anarchy team, and that's good. Definitely focus on Last of the Joker and Entangling Poison Ivy and pair them up with your Just Like the Flash, and you're going to have a solid team for raids and a decent team for soul raids. You also have a 6-star Silver Banshee, and you should kind of focus on that. You should pair her up with Reverse Flash. You have a high star rating Reverse Flash, and he's not so high level, but try to get him working. Kind of a little bit, make him a little bit tanky to not die to Dr. Fate, and then pair him up with Silver Banshee and Power Girl. That's going to be another strong team that you can easily set up. Of course, you should use Human Flying Aquaman. He's most likely going to deal the most damage out of all your characters in terms of raids and soul raids. Pair him up with Shazam and Dr. Fate. If you've got yourself a Firebox and you are good with playing the game, you shouldn't really have a problem with not having a strong tank in that team. And the fact that you have Black Manta is amazing. Of course, pair him up with BabaYaG. And if your Just League Flash goes with the League of Anarchy team, you're going to use Bane to replace Just League Flash in your Black Manta team. But if your Just League Flash does not go with the League of Anarchy team, and when he does not go with the League of Anarchy team, when you're using the League of Anarchy team to use to fight sub-bosses, in case you don't have Armor Pierce on your Last of the Joker, then you're going to swap out Just League the Flash from that team and use instead a classic Superman. In that situation, you should definitely switch your Just League the Flash with Black Manta and BabaYaG, but if your Just League Flash is busy, just keep Manta with BabaYaG. Now let's talk a little bit about other characters that you have invested in. Red Hood is not a good investment. Maybe you didn't invest in him, maybe you just got lucky with some raid drop and some gear drop for him, but his only purpose is to extend the duration of the fight for the multiverse team, and he does not really need to be built in order to do that. Enchantress is a very fun character, a fun to use character, an enjoyable character, but not a good character, unfortunately, that you should focus on. You also got yourself a Just League Cyborg, so you don't have a Just League Superman, but in the future, though you will lose Just League the Flash as a support character, you can kind of build a Just League team in order to deal damage, or just skip Just League the Flash with your League of Anarchy team and use something else as a support character and just use Just League Aquaman and Just League Cyborg. Like, the ideal thing would be to have Just League Superman as a damage dealer, but that's not a realistic goal for now. You got some very strong teams and you should focus on them. The team priority, in my opinion, should be this is not like the priority in general, but the priority for your account, since you seem to have decently build some characters. Like, get the Silver Banshee team going, because that's going to give you a lot of damage potential. Then get Black Manta really going, like properly with armor pierce, talents and all that stuff. And then get Kinflint's Aquaman going, and you should be fine for the most part. Like, you have a lot of potential with this account. Maybe you could build also Heartbreak Harley Quinn if you come across the chance to get yourself an Arkham Knight Batman. And also, I don't see around here Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, and I wonder why I don't see him, since you have all the League of Anarchy members, so it should be very easy for you to farm every Batman Ninja challenge. And Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd is going to be a great character. Like, if you're not going to use him in the Batman Ninja team, you can still use him as a support character and combo builder for Kinflint's Aquaman instead of a Dr. Fate. So you should definitely farm that, yeah, maybe Batman Ninja team in the future, but for now focus on the things that you have already and that have potential. As I said, Silver Banshee, League of Anarchy, Black Manta, Kinflint's Aquaman. And of course you can use Darkseid as a damage dealer if you have built him at that way, but make sure you put your resources into characters that will deal more damage, because ideally the best thing for Darkseid as damage dealer would be Dr. Fate and Shazam, or Dr. Fate and just like the Flash if you've got to fast attack on your Darkseid build, but at the same time those resources are better spent elsewhere. So yeah, thank you for submitting, I hope you found this helpful, and let's move on to the next one. This one was submitted by Godspeed 525, and this account yet again has a lot of potential, but honestly, if I was in your place with this account, I wouldn't focus that much on Multiverse Armor Supergirl. Don't get me wrong, she's a great character, and most likely the nerfs that have been inflicted to her are going to be reversed. It was not a nerf, it's most likely a bug, so she'll be ready to go anyways. But the thing with this one is that you have characters that are going to have much more potential to deal damage. That being Kinflint's Aquaman and Black Manta. So you should definitely have the highest threat characters in your account be Kinflint's Aquaman and Black Manta, because they're going to do so much work for you. And the fact that you got Black Manta at 4 stars with gears is going to be huge. You also got Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd. By the threat, I can't really tell if you have the gears for him or not, but even if you don't, just put a firebox on him if you have the firebox, of course, and he will just be able to do the infinite combo and be a decent combo builder without being built. But what you need to do is get some lethal attack chance on the talents for his power generation passive to really work properly. Silver Banshee, I wouldn't really focus on her for now. I guess you're using her with Predator Batman. That looks to me like a 5-star Predator Batman. Yet again, I'm not sure if you have the gears or not. Wait, let me get to that other guy's roster, because no, you don't have gears. The previous guy did have gears for yeah, I don't have the gears for Predator Batman. And with no gears for Predator Batman, yet again, you could pull it off with perfect gameplay, but at the same time it's going to be kind of hard to pull off, and at the same time your Silver Banshee is just 3 stars, and she kind of needs to be 4 stars to get going properly. So let Silver Banshee go for now, and focus on your Black Manta and your Kinflint's Aquaman. Multiverse Armor Supergirl is great, just keep using her, but don't really go hard into investing into her. Just like the Flash coupled with Justice League Cyborg and Justice League Aquaman. I don't really see Justice League Aquaman, but yeah, anyways, even without Justice League Aquaman, screw Justice League Aquaman, it's going to be a great team for soul raids. And what you really need to do right now in order to boost the potential of that team, and that's most likely the character that you will need the most to request shards for, is going to be Justice League Cyborg, because you really need to get his star rating up. Like right now, with this account, in terms of shard sharing in the league and in terms of using your CA shards, you've got 2 things that you really need to work on to get your roster going. Multiverse the Flash needs to have a higher level passive in order to provide more critical attack chance and critical attack damage to your multiverse team, and a higher power reduction for the abilities, and at the same time Justice League Cyborg needs to have a higher level passive in order to provide more attack boost for your Justice League team. So in terms of getting characters to higher star rating, that's what you should work with. In terms of upgrading characters, you can't go wrong with Black Manta and Kinflint's Aquaman. You don't yet have BabaYaG, so I guess what you could use for Black Manta as a team for now, since you're most likely using just like the Flash as a damage dealer, you're going to use Flash, the Silver Flash, to provide him some fast actions in case he's lacking, and Silver Bane to provide him some additional attack damage. because he's going to be there the whole fight for the most part, and you're not going to tag him in and out. Team Flance Aquaman goes, of course, with Shazam and the Power Reduction character, and Multiverse Armor Supergirl should go with Multiverse the Flash and with Red Hood. You don't yet have Red Hood, you can just put a filler support in there, like Multiverse Green Arrow can do, Atrocitus can do, and also Horrific Scarecrow can do. And you might not have the gears for Multiverse the Flash, but I have honestly run this team quite a few times against Captain Cold without gears, and you'll lose a few times. You'll lose a fair bit of times, but once you get the hang of it, you can play it without gears, especially in Tier 6. But I one-shot Captain Cold in Tier 6 with the Multiverse team with no gears on either character, but you'll be fine, okay? You'll be fine, you'll be able to handle it even without the gears, but Multiverse Flash needs to be there and needs to be combo building for Multiverse Armor Supergirl. But yeah, this is pretty much what I had to say for this roster. Thank you for submitting, hope you found this helpful, and let's get into the next one. This count is from Shad for Real. And he's got a Confluence Aquaman over here, and that's the highest threat character, and I really like seeing that. He goes in the same team with Armored Superman and Dr. Fate if you're fighting Brainiac, and if you're fighting the sub-bosses, go with Dr. Fate and Classic Superman and use Classic Superman's special 2 or 3 times to reduce the defense of the sub-bosses. I think for 3-star star rating, because the armor reduction is related on the level of the passive, you'll need to use that 2 times. Other than that, I don't really suggest you invest in anything else so far, other than your Confluence Aquaman, because yeah, Black Adam could be a decent investment, but Black Adam is yet again kind of reliant on his star rating to function properly, and you need to have him at the very least at 4 stars to function properly, and you'll also have Silver Banshee in the future, so that's not really well to have both of them, and trust me, I'm experiencing that right now. Other than that, you're doing pretty fine in Arena. You're getting somewhere between Elite 1 and Elite 4 because you've got most of the Arena season characters at 3 stars. And that's fine, but you should try to tone it up a notch and get those 4-star characters because the difference is going to be really noticeable. Especially characters that are going to be useful in raids and soul raids. And you don't really have any teams that you could build, like you got Last Star the Joker, but he will be useless without Entangling Poison Ivy and without gears, of course. You got some multiverse characters, but not anything interesting to build a team. So yeah, for now, focus on your Confluence Aquaman. Get yourself a Power Girl from the League Store, because even if you are not going to focus on your Black Adam, he will be decent in raids and even soul raids after you finish your normal difficulty. So he'll need a Power Reduction character as well, and you'll need her anyway for your Silver Banshee. I see you got the Atrocitus at 3 stars, that might as well have been a raid drop, I guess. But yeah, definitely use Atrocitus with Black Adam for the time being in raids, and with the third character. The third character doesn't really matter, like you could use a supporting character, like use Classic Superman or Armored Superman, whichever of them is not at that specific moment to your Confluence Aquaman. Other than that, nothing to really invest in here. Characters that can be good in Arena and Champions Arena you do have indeed, and you should play as many teams as you are able to, but you don't have much to work with here. Try and get yourself a Silver Banshee, because that would be the next and the easiest step. She just had her challenge, most likely by the time this video is up the challenge will be over. She had the premium chest, that will be most likely over by the time this video is up, but in the future try to get yourself your hands on that, because that's the second easiest thing to get other than Confluence Aquaman. But yeah, thank you for submitting, I hope you found this helpful, and let's get to the next one. This is from Sharir by... not gonna try to pronounce that. I'm going to screw it up and I know it. But getting into your account, you got yourself Confluence Aquaman that has the highest amount of threat, and I like seeing that. For now, of course, the ideal team for him would be Shazam and Dr. Fate, but for now it will go with Armored Superman and Dr. Fate. You got yourself a Black Adam that will go with Power Girl. Power Girl is just 3 stars, but Confluence Aquaman takes priority in terms of power reduction character. And actually, because you got the Just League the Flash, but you don't yet have the Just League team or any other really built character that can benefit from that, if you got some fast tech on your Confluence Aquaman, you might as well put Just League the Flash with Dr. Fate and him, and put Black Adam with Armored Superman and Power Girl. You also got yourself Entangling Poison Ivy and Last of Joker, but the very important thing is to have their gears. Like, if you've got at the very least 3 gears for them, you can start getting them going and working on them to use in tier 6 at the very least. But if you don't have at the very least 3 gears for each one of them, then building them will be more or less worthless and definitely not a priority. But if you have the gears, pair them up with Bane. Like, ideally it would be Just League the Flash, but how things look, Camouflage and Aquaman will benefit more from Just League the Flash, and as soon as you get Shazam, you will swap Just League the Flash to the League of Anarchy team. But for now, you can use them that way. But definitely the first priority should be Camouflage and Aquaman, then maybe getting Silver Banshee if you're able to, and if not, invest into your League of Anarchy if your gears allow you to. But yeah, other than that, there's not much to really talk about here. You've got a few characters you seem to be doing fine in the arena seasons, like you got 3-star characters. Yet again, as I've said many times in this video, try to tone it up a notch and try and get those 4-star characters, because it's going to make so much of a difference. It's going to be like double the shards in Elite 4 compared to Elite 1, and if you get Elite 4, is going to take you like 3 seasons plus 20 shards from the league request to get the character to 6 stars. But if you're going to get only 3-star characters, it's going to take you around 6 seasons to max the character, and that's going to be a lot of time that it will take. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about this one. Don't focus on Sorcerer, Dr. Fate and Nightmare Batman if you are focusing on them. Silver Batman was most likely very useful to you in your early part of the game, but right now leave him there. He does not need to be upgraded any further. And to get him as a damage dealer, he will do fine as damage dealer, but at the same time you have to invest from him in him from 0 to 100 because of the fact that his gears do not drop from raids. So yeah, don't really go for that one either. But yeah, thank you for submitting. I hope you found this helpful, and let's get to the next one. This is from Starboy, and this was the only pick that he submitted, so all the advice I can give is related to all those 7 characters. You could have submit your whole roster, but whatever, man. So it's good that you're investing into Camouflage Aquaman, pair him up with Armor Superman and Dr. Fate if you have him. Flora Poison Ivy is going to be great for Arena and CA, EGL is going to be a universe support character, Grid is going to be a decent tag, Multiverse Green Arrow, since you got him as 4 stars, you can use him as kind of a damage dealer for the time being, but don't invest that much into him. Soulsteer, Dr. Fate, Firestorm and Cheetah are trash, Warrior Queen, Wonder Woman and Dark Supergirl are going to be just average characters, and Multiverse the Flash is great, but you kind of need his gears or Multiverse Armor Supergirl. If you have Multiverse Armor Supergirl, you can just go ahead and use him anyway, but even if without Multiverse Armor Supergirl, you could use him as a combo builder, but for that you would need the gears. Thank you for submitting, hope you found this useful, and let's get to the next roster. Okay, this was submitted by Warrior, and first of all we're going to talk about your artifacts, because there's a lot of trash in there. Like, the agility artifacts are garbage, the tech artifact is also garbage, and the arcane artifacts are not really good either, because they are just a lesser version of the All Blades. Cosmic Staff, it's meh, I mean it's decent, but you don't need that many of them. So look, what I advise you do, since you can't have more than 3 artifacts equipped at once in one team, I suggest you just go ahead and actually, for the time being, you don't have any reason to, so you might as well keep all of them. But as soon as you get the All Blades or Claws of Horus, shatter everything except the Amulet of Metahuman, maybe a Cosmic Staff if you want to keep it, and the Amulet of Might. Other than that, shatter everything, everything is trash, and you will need those resources to upgrade either All Blades or Claws of Horus once you get your hands on them. And I guess you could keep the artifacts if you wanted to. Like, the only reason why you would keep all these artifacts is to just put one on every single character in your roster and flex with the amount of threat. Some people like doing that, but for early accounts I don't advise you do that, because you need every single artifact upgrade resource you can get your hands on. Now, getting into your roster. Stop investing into Darkseid. At the point where he's at right now, he will do more than fight for you in Arena and CA, and you've got yourself other priorities. Camouflage Aquaman will be the first priority, paired up with Shazam and Dr. Fate, of course. Subtract Shazam for Classic Superman when you are going to fight sub-bosses in order to reduce their defense. Other than that, you've got yourself a 2-star Just League Cyborg and a pretty high threat Just League the Flash. Pretty high threat in regards to your account. your first priority should be getting a higher star rating on Cyborg. It's only 2 stars and his passive is not going to be very effective. Do you have Just League Aquaman? You don't seem to have Just League Aquaman, but you can get him from the arena seasons as soon as they are. For the time being, you can replace him with Bane, I guess, and that thing will do fine in terms of soul rates and kind of in raids, though in raids they tend to die fast. I don't see Bane either, but if you don't have Bane, I guess use Flash for additional fast attack chance. But you get the gist of it. The thing is, you really need that Cyborg to a higher star rating in order to work properly, and you'll be able to easily do that since it's not that many shards until 4 stars. In next to no time, you'll get him all the way there from the League shard requests and maybe some CA shards. Silver Banshee is another future project that you might want to work on. Keep in mind that she needs another power reduction character that you don't seem to have Power Girl. You should get your Power Girl to 4 stars ASAP from the League store and pair her up with Silver Banshee and the Reverse Flash. But since you built Darkseid until this point, you might as well kind of use him as a damage dealer. Don't further invest into him, but if he's built until this point, he might as well be a decent damage dealer, I guess. So you're going to pair him up with I guess you could use the Silver Banshee team until you get yourself the Silver Banshee going, so use the Reverse Flash and the Power Girl that you're going to eventually get from the League store. Other than that, there's not much that's really worthwhile investing in. You got yourself some Batman Ninja characters, some League of Anarchy characters. Definitely farm as far in the challenges that those characters are required to farm as far as you can, because you need multiverse characters, you need Batman Ninja characters, and that's the challenges they are required in. But at the same time, don't really invest into them, because the League of Anarchy really needs Entangling Poison Ivy to work properly, and the Batman Ninja team needs Batman Ninja Catwoman, Batman Ninja Robin, and Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd. Not to say you also need gears on top of that. I see you're using Just League Batman in the Just League team for the time being, since you're lacking Just League Aquaman, and for arena purposes that's going to be a good idea, but stop investing further into Just League Batman since he's there only for the passive, and your main characters will be Just League the Flash and Just League the Cyborg once you get all his gears. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this one is from XMen Fox X120, and this is a little bit of a weird one. Your Camouflage Aquaman is a lower threat and lower, let's say, position in your account than I would have hoped for. And looking at your account, that should be your main priority and your main investment. You got yourself a 5-star Nightwing with gears, I guess. Maybe you even bought the gears because it's unlikely you get so lucky to drop them from raids. And that's an investment, I guess, and you could use him, I guess, as a combo builder for Silver Banshee for the time being, and pair her up with him. And you don't have Power Girl either, so you should get Power Girl from the League store to 4 stars and then continue on with your Camouflage Aquaman, because you need Power Girl, Silver Banshee, and the combo building character, and you need Camouflage Aquaman, Shazam, and the power reduction character. That would be either Dr. Fate or Power Girl. So for now, use your Camouflage Aquaman, Dr. Fate, Shazam, and Camouflage Aquaman. Use Nightwing with Silver Banshee, and since you're lacking a power reduction character, you're not going to do the normal gameplay. Just build some combo with Nightwing and then use a special tree, but make sure you start the fight off with a special 2 from Silver Banshee, because that will give you a chance for that special tree to actually lock an ability on the opponent and then do more damage with your next special tree. But for the time being, since it's much harder to set up the Silver Banshee team, invest more into your Camouflage Aquaman. Other than that, no other characters you should be focusing on right now. You got Just League the Flash, but no Just League Cyborg. You got some multiverse characters, but not the best ones. Definitely use them in Arena and CA, but until you get Multiverse Armor, Supergirl, and Multiverse the Flash, that's a long thought. So, hope you found this helpful, and let's move on to the next account. And also get yourself Black Adam over there, but since you've already invested in Silver Banshee and she's 4 stars, there's not a huge reason for you to invest in Black Adam, so forget about him. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the last roster of the video, and it's going to be from Young Shuta, and let's see what you got yourself over here. First up, hope you're using Batman Ninja Gorilla Grodd, and it seems that you're using him, considering the amount of levels that he has. Even if you don't have the gears, just put some lethal on the talents, and he will do fine as a combo builder just with the lethal talents. Other than that, you got yourself a Brainiac. I don't really see a team that you might use Brainiac in. I guess what you could do if you can't get yourself the lethal talents on Gorilla Grodd is put him in the same team with Brainiac and then put the damage dealer as a third character, but that would occupy too many spots for too little gain, so not sure about that one. You can also get yourself a multiverse team kind of build. You need to get that multiverse armor superior to a little bit of a higher star rating, but there's definitely potential in that. You got yourself an Entangling Poison Ivy around there. Yeah, you also have less of the Joker, so the League of Arc is going to be good to go for tier 6 at the very least from 3 gears on. I like seeing Silver Banshee and Killing Flying Aquaman as your top characters. Seeing Red Hood and Cheetah there is a little bit unsettling, but I'll suppose that you got them this high from some random raid drops, so that's fine. Soul Raid drop, excuse me, and raid drops for gears. And you guys have Raiden pretty high. I'm not sure about Raiden, like, look, he's going to be a great character for Arena NCA, but Arena NCA is not going to be a great priority for you. You also have a Just League Cyborg that's 4 stars, so considering that you got yourself a Just League Cyborg all the way to 4 stars, you can start building Just League the Flash as a damage dealer, paired up with Just League Aquaman, because they will do pretty damn well. They will do amazingly well, better than you would expect at the very least in soul rates. So that's something that you could focus on next. But for the time being, keep going with Killing Flying Aquaman, keep going with Silver Banshee, maybe build your Just League team, and you got yourself, I see more build a Just League Aquaman. And that might be because you got some raid drops for him. And I was doing the same thing. I was using Just League Aquaman as a damage dealer because I got a few raid drops on him, got none on Just League the Flash, but bruh, Just League the Flash with some proper gear rolls at level 30 gears dealt more damage than Just League Aquaman with level 50-ish gears. So you might as well get yourself building Just League the Flash for the time being, because he will do amazing for you in terms of raids and soul raids. Other than that, there's not much you could do. You can't really start building either Batman Ninja team or Multiverse team or League of Anarchy team for the time being, but it's good that you got the base for all those teams. What I would focus on right now is the Killing Flying Aquaman team, the Silver Banshee team, and the Multiverse team. King team will obviously be Killing Flying Aquaman with Shazam and either Power Girl or Dr. Fate, preferably Dr. Fate. Silver Banshee will go with Power Girl and Reverse Flash, and the Just League team will go Just League Flash, Just League Cyborg, and Just League Aquaman. I'm not sure what you're doing with that Red Hood there or either of that stuff, but that's none of my business, I guess. But other than that, I don't see any priority with this account so far. You also got the 4-star Heartbreaker Harley Quinn over there, and that's a pretty damn good thing and rare thing to have. So if you ever get yourself an Arkham Knight Batman, it might be worth dropping some cash for the gears for her and building her League of Anarchy team, because that's going to perform amazing. But yeah, this was everything I had to say for this roster. And this was everything I had to say for this roster review. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Dislike it if you dislike it. Maybe hit that bell button as soon as this hits 150 likes. And as soon as we get... Actually, it doesn't matter the comments, but I'll do the next video and I'll add more roster as the comments roll in. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one, hopefully.